George Graffy here, Geo for short. Think about it. Last time we met, you saw how our country grew from the original 13 colonies to the river we don't Mississippi. Think about it. To the addition of the Louisiana Purchase from France and the voluntary annexation of Texas, as well as the land all the way to the Pacific Ocean gained from the war with Mexico. Howdy, this is IC History. Don't you be forgetting that hyphen, son. So now we're gonna find out how our northern border was determined. West of the Mississippi, don't you know? First, let's look at how big Canada, the U.S., and the contested areas were. Now, that's a heap. I say that's a lot of land, son. Since 1818, the entire region, including what is now Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, and a large part of Canada, had been under joint occupancy between the U.S. and Britain. In 1845, Americans adopted the phrase 54-40 or fight, referring to the latitude line of 54 degrees and 40 minutes, a border that would give the U.S. a large portion of what is Canada today. However, the U.S. didn't want a war with Britain again. We'd already done that twice. Do you know when? Well, the first one was the American Revolution. We won that one. And the second one was the War of 1812. We kind of tied that one, but we still got all of our land anyway. So, the U.S. and Britain reached a compromise by extending the 49th parallel all the way to the Pacific, which still exists today. So the U.S. got 3 western states, plus a hunk of North Dakota and Minnesota to boot. But did you know that this added territory to 2 states that couldn't be reached by land without going through Canada? One was in Washington state. That little smidge of land was not a mistake. It was done so the U.S. maintained fishing and crabbing rights. The other one is in Minnesota, and this one was based on a series of treaties with confusing boundaries. I say they're confusing boundaries going all the way back to 1783. That little patch of land is known as the Northwest Angle, and it's the furthest point north in the lower 48 states. So if you want to visit those 2 places, you got to go to Canada to get there, or you got to take a boat. Well, that's all for now. So this is Geo saying if you don't know geography, you're lost to the world. See ya! And this is IC reminding you that if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. Bye now. Y'all come back now, you hear?